I know you just put up to the bar, but we closed.
Come on, man. You gotta be able to give me a shot, man. Come on.
You look like you need a drink, man, but I hate to tell you this, man. We about to close.
So you need to tell me all these people out here, they got drinks and they got shots, but I can't get nothing. The bar closed that soon?
Okay, man. I don't know what else to say. I got this shorty half my age at the crib, and I'm trying to get to it. But last call was 10 minutes ago.
You know what? It's alright. Don't even worry about it.
All right. Tell you what. I'm gonna get you one drink. Does it look like you need
one drink? I can do one drink. I can do one drink. Cause I really, yeah.
Hey, man, anything, man. Look like you got a lot on your mind and you need a friend right now. Pour it on me. Ain't no last calls here.
Bar Talk with Jay.
All right, welcome to Bar Talk with Jay.
Welcome.
One of the things we want to brought to you by is what activates your mind. Well, somebody's gonna ask me somewhere along the line, where you get that from? Well, we got a book, and we got the person that wrote it next to me. That's right. If you didn't know, you're about to find out. Craft, tell us about Activate Your Mind.
Well, Activate Your Mind is an opportunity for you to live a life conquering matter.
That counts.
It's about mind over matter, right? And it's about giving you the opportunity to elevate your mind in spite of reality. Sometimes when things are dim, or you're challenged, or things are hard, or you're in struggle, the only way to get out of those downward positions is you have to elevate your consciousness first. Now, the good book will say you need to operate in faith.
Oh, okay, but you went to the book, y'all.
So how do you operate in faith with worrisome thoughts, or sad thoughts, or miserable thoughts?
Right.
You are only creating more of what you think.
Okay.
Because our thoughts create our reality. Now, this is an opportunity for you to find a subject on peace. And it gives you the words to say to yourself. It gives you the words to say out loud so that you can overcome peace. And every time you speak these words, they're called mental equivalents. It's designed to take your mind away from despair and take your mind more toward joy, love, productivity, prosperity, happiness, etc. But we have never really learned how to think. And that's what this book represents. It gives you a fundamental teaching on how to think, because we have never been taught how to think. But if you're in trouble, or you're in pain, or you're suffering, or you're in sadness or depression, you can't stay there in your mind. You have to find a way to lift your own thinking. And as you lift your thinking, you will also lift your reality. I have used this technique for dozens and dozens of years over my own life, and I can tell you that it absolutely works. If you learn how to train your mind, in essence, in positive thinking, you will be able to elevate your life, your circumstance, and sometimes, most importantly, you'll elevate how you feel. You don't have to stay in depression. You don't have to stay in sadness. You don't have to stay in loneliness. You can elevate your mind, and by doing so, you will absolutely elevate your reality and your emotions. So I wrote this to help people to get through life in a more synchronized way. This is a systematic approach to deal with the issues of life. There's 103 chapters. You're only going to focus on the chapter that's meaningful to you at the time. It's not a read-through book. It's a book where you go and get nuggets every other day or a couple times a week. And those nuggets will produce good, strong, positive, healthy thinking, which will produce results on the other side. And when you learn the law of creating thoughts to specifically try and shift your reality, once you get that down, you'll never be without power, because your power is in your thinking. And so I encourage you to go and get the book, Activate Your Mind. My name is Stacy Craft. You can find the book on Amazon. And of course, it's everywhere, Barnes and Nobles, and anywhere you might want to shop for books.
Yes.
But it's an opportunity to develop yourself And we haven't really had an opportunity to do that. We've been looking for the world to develop us, but this is a standalone book, and I encourage you and would be grateful that you would support my book.
Please do.
So
Please do.
let's go ahead and introduce ourselves.
Come on.
This is Bar Talk with Jay.
Come on.
My name is Craftmatic. This is my boy Smooth Jay.
Jay.
And we just want to thank you for being here with us tonight. We're just trying to be leaders in our own community. And we hope that this show will add value to your life.
Mm-hmm.
We want to talk about some concerns and some problems and some things that are happening in your life, but we don't want to talk about it in a surface way. We want to talk about getting underneath the surface of things to see what's really going on the inside of your life, on the inside of your mind, what's going on with your emotions. And then let's address those and try to find solution. This is a solution-oriented program. And so we hope that you can find some value here. We're going to have fun. We're going to chop it up on the subject, but we want you to apply these ideas to your own life. And in turn, you should be able to grow while we're talking about it. And you should have some strength on the other side of this show.
Yes.
And so again, thank you so much for being here. Of course, we always start the show off with a prayer.
Okay, let's do this.
And before I do the prayer, let's talk about our subject, the topic for tonight.
Oh, what we gonna do?
Creating happiness.
Ooh, I like that.
Creating happiness. That's what the subject is. And so let's hand it over to the Lord.
Give it to them.
Heavenly Father, we come into your presence now just to thank you for who you are in our life. We thank you for your power, your strength, your knowledge and wisdom. We thank you for being our way maker. We ask, Heavenly Father, that you would inspire us tonight with wisdom and intelligence and give us an opportunity to see and to feel and to understand the idea of creating happiness in our life. We know that you have a lot to do with it, Heavenly Father, and so we lean on your understanding tonight. We lean on your ability to influence this conversation. Teach us, correct us, fix us, help us in whatever way you can through this dialogue tonight, and allow us to create more happiness in our life. We ask that you would be here and do your good and perfect work. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Ooh-wee.
Amen. And so we're going to talk about creating happiness, Jay.
This is going to be very interesting. My brother.
It seems to me
What's that?
like much of the world is living in an undesirable place in their lives. There is a lack of success. There is depression. There is worry. There is sadness. There is struggle. There is pain. There is misunderstandings. Right?
Yeah.
It just seems like the average person in this world is operating in a less than desirable place.
Okay.
And we know,
You ready to talk about it?
some of you don't, but we know that happiness exists. It's very important.
It is.
It exists and it is everywhere present, which means happiness exists in you. But I believe what is happening in many occasions is that our circumstances have become bigger than us.
Oh, that deep.
Our problem has become bigger than us. And so we're always feeling small in comparison to the things that we are dealing with in the world. And let me tell you, that will steal your joy. Because now I constantly have to be fighting this thing that I'm up against, or this thing I need to overcome, or this hurdle that seems to be opposition, or this enemy of some sort. It's trying to get me, it's trying to come at me, it's trying to take something from me, it's trying to bring me down, and I feel small to it. And when you feel small to these occasions in life, it will steal your joy and it will steal your happiness. And so we find ourselves not being successful. We find ourselves in depression. We find ourselves worrying and in sadness and in struggle and pain and lonely. But in this conversation, I just said that happiness exists and it is everywhere present.
Mhm.
I'm going to start with my boy Jay here, and I'm going to ask you, how do we get to happiness? How do we create happiness in your mind?
Again, this is my impression and then my thoughts about my life. I'm going to start with my life before I talk about anybody else's. A lot of times when we hear happiness, that could be a false, not a falseness, I would say a temporariness. Happiness can come from a happy moment, but when I look at happiness, it's like my peace is living within purpose. All right. And a lot of times you'd be like, how I know what my purpose is. Okay. Because it becomes effortless. When you're doing something that's effortless, that's something you was born to do. It doesn't take as much. You might have to do some practice to get it up to a par where you're above others. But the bottom line, it's easy to you because we all have a gift. God gives it to you. You sometimes work around it, okay? And it's like an engine. And when an engine is out of time, it will self-destruct. And again, a lot of times you got to learn what it is that he put in you for it to be your time, for you to shine. And it is within your purpose. And that does not mean you're going to be wealthy or any of that, okay? Money is something that man made. It is where you start to do things that's effortless for you can gain success for yourself. And then you become a steward to others. It's easy for you to become of service because you have something that others need because everybody's not going to have the capabilities of what you have. That's how God sets everybody up to make you seek him out because you feel like you can just do it by working behind somebody else, but you don't understand your purpose. And a lot of times we work ourselves to a point where we feel like, what are we here for? And it's to ask him for that. It's to work you back to him compared to what somebody else taught you. To pull up your bootstraps, to do this for me for a long time. Listen, it's more to life than just working for somebody. But I can work for somebody and I can find my happiness when I find my purpose. Because it might not be for me to own everything. It's not. Sometimes it is for me to be a worker bee, but it's for me to be a happiness in my work. And then I show you my work in greatness because I do it effortlessly. And I get paid more than everybody else because everybody else is trying to be me. We're trying to follow too many other people that we feel are successful. And you don't even understand your own success. Because if I see this person making all this kind of money, I want to follow him, but you don't even understand what's in you. So you're going to be fighting yourself to do something other than what it is because our younger generation just want to be wealthy. They don't want to work. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. But then understand you got to have a concept. And you miss the concept because you understand that you didn't listen to your parents. You didn't follow anything. You didn't read up on anything. So it's kind of hard for you to believe in anything. And a person that don't believe in anything will fall for everything. So it's easy to be manipulated. But when you have encouragement and you have something that you believe in, it's kind of hard for me to falter. Because my whole thing is I might not get it right, but I'm working for something. That's where that whole 409 came from. 408 failures before 409 came along to be the substance of what that person was desiring. So who the hell want to fail that many times? Well, just understand, somebody knew that it took more effort. I didn't want to fail at it, but I knew it wasn't what I wanted. So I have to work a little harder now. Am I saying you need to go through 400 relationships? Hell no. I'm saying when I go through something, I learn from everything I go through. So if I went through one bad relationship, it shouldn't add up to 400 nothing. I should have learned, made better notes. You know what I'm saying? So I could be a better person. It wasn't always a fault of theirs. It's some fault of mine. I allow some things to happen. I have to go back and ask God, be like, God, help show me the way I need to be. Let me walk better in your path because I walk mine and it didn't walk well. I walked myself right into Hell's Kitchen. It didn't work out well for me. So I'm asking him to guide my steps because obviously I thought my steps was right. I thought I was walking in a way that should be walked. Everybody was admiring me. Everybody was liking what I was doing. And I forgot to ask him. I was following myself. Now, who the hell am I to lead somebody? Listen, without him, I'm like anybody else. I am humble and real. Not saying I'm a nobody. I am saying with him, I'm somebody. I follow a guidance that's real to me and spiritual to me compared to me just being somebody that I seen TV and radio and I want to emulate and I want to be compared to who I am. Because who I am is not who somebody else showed me. It's what God is leading me to be. And that's effortlessly. I can do me all day long. When I got to act like somebody else, it's hard. I got to remember what they did. I got to remember what I said because it didn't come from the heart. I didn't speak from within. What's inside me is him. He's supposed to be speaking out of me, but I'm speaking for myself because I get selfish. I get into my own bad behavior of knowing that I got this person looking at me and I don't want to disappoint them. And God didn't ask me that. He didn't ask me to not hurt. I speak my word. Two or more around, speak my name. I'm saying mine. So then you wonder why I got it confused. Because I ain't have it right. Because I was too busy into myself. So he humbled me. And that's the problem with people today. They don't understand. He will humble you. When you at your downest moment, it is not for you to stay down. It's for you to ask him, what did I do wrong?
Right.
Why did this shame come upon me? Because I shamed myself when I forgot about him. Now that I remember, I start saying, hey, I won't do that again. That's the blessing. The blessing is understanding the lesson because, again, he shows you. And when you fail it, he'll show you again. Why do you think Pharaoh went through? All these are fables. It's in the Bible. Why he didn't just kill Pharaoh? He allowed him to go through things just like he allowing you to live. It's your choice to choose. He gave you a choice. And you choose other than him. And then you wonder why your world is a shamble. Because you made your choice. You're going to have to live with it. Regardless if you believe in God or not. You're going to have to live with a choice. And when them choices are wrong and it leads you astray, your whole thing is coming back because you're going to be humble to realize I could have made a better decision. And when you look at the things that you do, this is where you find more happiness because it comes at a sad moment of realizing I could have did things better and I won't keep doing things for I don't have to repeat a cycle of destruction.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you, Jay, I took lots of notes here. I probably got about 12 or 14 points based upon what Jay said. But when you find yourself in struggle, despair, pain, depression, lack of success, I think the most important way to create happiness is that you at that very moment need to choose to live.
I like that.
Choose to live. Now, when I say that happiness is everywhere present, what I'm really saying is that your happiness is not based on circumstances.
Say it, preacher.
Your happiness is not based on things and stuff. It's not based upon what people say or what others do. It's not based on how much money even you have. Happiness can be experienced right where you are right now. You have the choice to put a smile on your face. And for anybody going through something, I want you, when this program show is over, I want you to get up. I want you to go look in the mirror and I want you to smile. You have the ability to choose happiness at any moment you want to. And Jay said earlier, you can choose it for a moment. And usually if you choose happiness for a moment, it's because some circumstance makes itself beneficial for you. You get a win in life or something good happens or something positive happens. And then you smile for a moment and you find yourself embracing that moment of happiness because something good happened. But if you always choose to live, you can live with happiness in your heart, regardless of the circumstance. And that is when you have decided to live. No matter what happens, I'm going to win. I'm going to live. Everything is going to be okay. I'm going to smile today. I know I don't have no money. I know I'm feeling like I'm being mistreated. I know I'm behind on this and I ain't doing that right. But I'm going to smile today. In this moment, in this time, I'm going to choose to smile. I'm going to choose to be happy. I have had some of my most miserable days in life.
Right.
I chose happiness.
Thank you.
And here's how I did it. I would always think, what some of my favorite memories are my father's jokes,
Oh,
or seeing my father smile and laugh about something. I would remember those things. I would remember his smile, and it would immediately bring a smile to my face.
okay.
Sometimes you have to go so far as to watch a comedy movie, or watch a comedy show, or watch some of those comedy sitcoms. You have to inspire joy within yourself. It's never gonna come, and this is so important, Jay.
Mhm.
Your happiness and your joy is never going to come from out there.
Come for me.
Because if it comes from out there, it's temporary and it's being controlled by someone or something else.
Mhm.
Your joy and your happiness has to come from the inside. And I won't belabor that point, but you've got to find a way, regardless of the appearance of things, regardless of the circumstance, to stand firmly and boldly in the idea that I'm not going to let this steal my joy. Whatever that situation may be, I'm going to turn my back to it tonight, and I'm going to find a way to be happy. And I'm going to find a way to create some joy. I'm just going to inspire myself. I'm not going to worry about the things and the stuff of life. I'm just going to stand in this space where I can smile and I can enjoy the moment. Watching your favorite TV program, eating some of your favorite food, enjoying some of your favorite people, calling some of your favorite friends, reading some of your favorite books and magazines, thinking about some of your favorite thoughts or some of your memories. That you got to find a way to lift your own spirit, because nobody's going to do it for you. And if they do it for you, you're not going to be able to duplicate it again tomorrow, because they're not here. So the first thing I want you to do is to choose to live. And once you make the choice to live, this is important. Decide what you want. So if I'm in despair and sadness, what I want to be happy. That's simple, right?
Right.
This is self-talk. And, you know, much of the world will say that you shouldn't talk to yourself, but they don't understand how life really works. Because if you don't talk to you, nobody else is going to talk to you, right? And so it's okay to talk to yourself. Sometimes I have taken myself and put myself on the couch, and I stand in the middle of the floor and I look back and I talk to myself. Stacy, you are an overcomer. You are going to overcome this situation. You are not going to be sad. You are going to be happy. You are going to be at peace. You are going to be filled with love. You're going to be filled with life. You're going to solve this problem. You're going to make something big happen. You see what just happened there? I put myself on the couch. I got up and went to the center of the room, and I looked back and I spoke to myself. And in speaking to myself, I made the decision that you're going to overcome this. Believe it or not, whether I'm talking to myself or whether I'm talking to someone else, I'm always talking to myself.
Wow.
Right? No matter what you say in life, you're always talking to yourself. That's why you should never speak negatively, ever. Because the self doesn't know the difference between me and what you're talking to out there. If you say that person is a no good so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so, all your conscious mind hears, I'm a no good so-and-so and so-and-so. So keep negative words out of your head. You can't possibly expect to create joy and happiness being negative.
Totally agree.
It is impossible. And what this suggests right now is that some of you need to change your dialogue. You need to change the way you see the world. You need to stop speaking negatively and only speak positive things. Speak about that. I did a video a couple of years ago, and I wanted to teach people how to speak and see beautiful things in their life.
Right.
And so what I ask you to do is, when you wake up in the morning, everything that you see that is beautiful, call it beautiful. Speak the words out loud. Oh, you know what? I got some beautiful curtains. You know, and that lady across the street is beautiful. You know what? I love my beautiful car. You know what? I feel beautiful today. When I drive by that building, oh, that building is so beautiful. Look how that grass is so beautiful. And over time, over a short period of time, you're training your mind to see only the beauty. There was some trees broken down there. Right. There were some buildings that looked bad. Right. There were some people who weren't so appealing. But I chose in my mind to only see and call forth beautiful things. You've got to get rid of the negativity and focus on positive ideas.
Now, I definitely want to jump in on this. And this is something that happened recently because, we got this economy that's kind of crazy. We already know gas prices and food prices going up.
Yes.
And we can get depressed about it, but we really have no control over the fact that we have somebody in front of us that's saying that they got it under control and they got a deal come in and then it don't and this, that, and the other. Listen, y'all can get caught up in all that hoo-ha if you want to. What I did was I started realizing, something, I can't control that, but I can control what goes on in my house.
Right.
And in my house, I wanted to have some more fun. I want to be happy, and I want to be happy with others happy with me. Yes. So I got some laser tag equipment because, again, everybody out here doing things, but I want to do some things that's fun. I want to get back to my kid's side. And then when I'm not even doing that, I start looking at my fence and I start looking at my house. So I got to get my pressure washer work. So I want to make sure I invest back in my pressure washer, get things going, right? Because my whole thing is I have something in me called stewardship. I have a way to work through some things, okay? Because I don't want to be depressed about what somebody else doing. I want to be happy about the things I'm able to acquire and do. I remember one time my mom walked in my room and she said, well, your blinds hanging down on one side. Now I bought them expensive blinds. I won't even mention that back when I first bought my house. When I was married. Somebody didn't want them cheap blinds. I had to buy them ones that you had to order. Don't have mercy, I spent a lot of money. Anyway, get back to this. I spent all that money. So now I see these blinds hanging. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Why is it so crooked like that? So I brought them down. The sun ate up the inside. They got so hot. But I was able to find a way to fix it. Because God gave me the ability to be able to see something and still be able to reconstruct. Okay? So when I could have been depressed about what I was about to buy again, he gave me the ability to fix. And I fixed it and it's back up there and you can't tell the difference because they're the same.
Right.
I had a problem trying to find the same ones because it was bought so far back in the day, they don't make them like that no more.
Right.
Everything is different, but I was able to fix what was already there because that's the ability that we have and we don't even know it because we're so quick to just go run out to do. He gives you it, and again, it's in worship. You got to get back to, man, I got depressed when I seen it lean. And then I thought about it. I said, well, let me take it down and see what I can do.
Right.
Got it fixed, something because he had that ability already in me. So I got happy when I got it fixed.
Right. Because
I didn't know if I could or not, but I figured I could. And then I had to entrust. And why did I have all the tools to get it done? He showed me things break in front of you all the time, but you don't have to break because of it. Woo! He tried to show me just because it did this, you still got the ability to get it fixed. I didn't cause it to drop.
Right.
The sun did.
Right.
The sun heated up the cheap components that they sold that thing with, but it lasted for many years, so we won't just talk about the company.
Absolutely.
But what I will talk about, it ate it up. And once it ate it up, he gave me the ability to get it fixed where it still worked. Because I was able to see what they did. And then he gave me the gift to know how to do something similar to.
Right.
To still get by. And that's sometimes what we got to do when we're going through rough times.
Right.
We got to learn that we can, not with somebody else say, well, we can't. We use, they don't make that no more. And now I got to change everything out. That's the premise of what they're making equipment for, to fail for you to have to rebuy. You forget you have the ability to fix. You have the ability to do something, but you get to a point where you don't want to. We are to work. We are to use our minds and our body to keep us sharp.
Yes.
But some people are lazy. All right? And that ain't what he asked you to do. That's what you choose because you don't want to. But I promise you, if you start putting some work in, you will find the happiness in your work.
Let me tell you, one of the greatest tools to achieve happiness is action. Because when I put in effort, and that's the only way you can do action, when I put in lots of effort on something, I can come to a state where I look over my shoulder and say, wow, look what I did.
Mhm.
And I can find a way to be pleased with myself and pleased with my work. Those kinds of activities produce happiness.
It does.
Even people who are reaching for the bag, if they put in years of hard work and they never reach the bag, they can look at themselves and say, look what I accomplished. Look what I did.
Mhm.
That builds inner strength, right? So taking action can produce happiness, right?
Yes.
So here's another tool I'm encouraging you to do, and this is all within. That not only I want you to choose to live, and not only do I want you to decide what you want, but I want you to see yourself happy tomorrow. That means I want you to go inside of your mind and I want you to create an image, a vision, some perception of reality in your mind about you being happy tomorrow. Now, I'm a speaker, and when I'm on stages or before I get on the stage, before I address my audiences, I always see myself getting a standing ovation, and I always see myself bowing in gratitude for my standing ovation. And so what I have done is I have planted a seed in my mind of what I want to experience tomorrow. I want to experience standing ovations. You see that? And so what do you want to experience tomorrow? I want to experience laughter tomorrow. I want to experience the victory of my problem solved tomorrow. I want to experience pure joy. Just see yourself laughing. Literally, see yourself laughing really hard till it's like you're cracking your side. You would be amazed at what your mind can do. But if you never give it the impression, if you never give it the idea, then it doesn't know that that's what you want, and it doesn't move in the direction of your wants and desires. We have to create happiness, and we create happiness. One of the ways to create happiness is through mind power. See yourself successful. See yourself happy.
Yep.
See yourself victorious over the struggle. If you have a pain in your knee or a pain in your body, I want you to see yourself tomorrow as healthy. I want you to see yourself as overcome the issue.
Okay.
See, part of the issue here is that our minds are riddled with old thinking. And so the old thinking is like tapes. It just keep playing over and over and over and over. The same tapes keep playing over and over and over. But you have to introduce a new idea.
Right.
You've got to cut off the pattern of negativity in your inside of your spirit. And the way you do that is to speak life and visualize yourself totally the opposite tomorrow. See yourself receiving money. See yourself with your creditors having a zero balance. See yourself victorious over your situations and circumstances. I'm a firm believer that happiness is a state of mind that can be activated right now. But you may not activate it right now, and it manifests right now. But if you activate it today, you will most certainly experience it and manifest it tomorrow.
Okay.
So we've got to keep a vision of ourselves as happy and joyous, right?
Right.
This is so rich. I just hope that you're following where I'm going, because you have greater power than you ever thought you had. And it's time that you use it. Get yourself, Ernest Holmes, he says, we have to get our bloated nothingness out of the way so that the universe can do the good that we want it to do.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Stop putting the negative energy in your own spirit. Stop playing the old tapes. Play some new tapes. Play some tapes. When the good book says that child of faith, put a new idea out there that you've never entertained before that matches and that will meet you at your destiny of happiness, right? Now, I'm going to read some mental equivalents here on some ways to talk to yourself, but Jay had so many ideas about creating happiness. He said, live with purpose. If you don't know your purpose, call it forth. I call my purpose forth. I want to live in my purpose. I want to be on purpose. I want purpose to be the center of my life. I don't want to be, doing stuff on that doesn't make sense and stuff that doesn't have value and stuff that doesn't mean anything to me. I want to be living in purpose. You hear me speaking life over my own life?
Claiming it.
Claim purpose, right? We all have gifts. And part of the reason that many people aren't happy is because they're not operating in their gifts.
True.
And sometimes, even if you have to volunteer or give it away, if you have a gift of doing hair, or you have a gift of culinary and cooking, if you have a gift of doing landscape, sometimes I want you to just go out and do it for nothing. Do it for free. Just do the thing you love to do. If it's sew, if it's read, if it's whatever it is, do that thing. And the universe will find ways to help you do more of it. Operate in your gifts. Operate in your purpose. Operate in your destiny. And even if you don't know what it is, operate in what you love to do. Do the things that you love to do. Don't let life steal your time and your energy and effort on stuff you hate doing. Find a way in the sparing moments of your day, in the spare time of your day, to do the thing that you love to do. And you'll find that your world will begin to open up so that you can do more of it.
Yes.
Many of you work for people and you hate the work you do. I encourage you to find some entrepreneurial spirit within yourself and find ways to just make supplemental income so you can work for yourself. So you're not giving 100% to something you don't love. You can find 10% of your life to give to something that you truly love, right?
They'll keep you doing
it. Some of you are following others' dreams and passions and goals, and you never tend to your own dreams and passions and goals. That's why you're unhappy, because you're not doing anything for you
at all.
And I can tell you that life doesn't like that. Life wants you to get the fullness out of it, doing things that represent your value, that represent your purpose, that represent your desires and your needs. If you've dedicated your whole life to something else or to someone else, that doesn't work. That creates unhappiness. He said, believe in yourself. If you've never believed in yourself before, it's time to wake up and attempt and try to believe in yourself. Take some chances, take some risks, get out of the box, right? And here's one of the more important ones, the one I really love. If you are in lack or you are in worry and sadness and struggle, it's time for a relationship with God. I'll promise you, no matter what you decide to call God, no matter what faith you practice, if you lean on a deity higher than, bigger than you, and you pour yourself into that deity will pour himself back into you. If you say, I don't know how to fix this problem, God, will you help me fix it? He'll come to your rescue every single time. If you say, I'm lost in despair and sadness, God, will you help me overcome despair and sadness? And the great power of God will come and satisfy your needs. You see, some of us are operating out of our own power. But when we operate out of a greater power and a greater purpose and a greater need, that goodness and that richness will fill our spirit.
Overflow.
it will overflow, right? You need a relationship with God. And I don't know what that looks like in your life, but you probably do. If you were to attempt to get closer to God, what would that look like? What would you do? Would you go and talk to a friend? Would you read a book? Would you go to a class? Would you go to a church? What would you do? There's one thing that you can do tomorrow to be closer to God. Maybe you pray more. Maybe you clean up that negativity out of your thinking. Maybe you stop swearing. Maybe you stop gossiping. Maybe you stop talking down to yourself. But whatever that is, find a way to get closer to God. Because I can tell you right now that Jay and I are sitting right here, we're not operating on our own power.
No.
We're operating on a power that's way bigger than we are. I'm only sitting here now because of the power and the strength and the love of my God. And whether it's real or wrong, that's how the power is being generated to speak to you right now.
But I don't think they will ever really understand the power that's outside of yourself until you hear the story of me and Craft. And again, I'm not going to belabor the whole story in the midst of this because, again, I feel like it's already impactful. But just to know this man came to a job of mine and he was selling me something. And I was not able to buy anything because I was in the red. And that's how they hired me in to get out of it. And as I'm fighting through it and he's coming in just selling me product, he also sold me him. He showed me that, you know, I had some things I wanted to do besides this. And I was like, whoa, okay. Well, I'm already on AM radio and I'm already doing the Jay and Shay show. I was like, yo, I like what you got going. And again, I would like for us to see if we can make some things happen. He said, well, I'd love to see what you do. So he came to the radio show with me and he liked it and we grew. And this is how God works, is to be open-minded.
Be open-minded.
This man was coming to sell a product to a company that I work for. But I was able to hear him and look past the company to understand that he's a person within purpose. And I wanted to align with that purpose because I had my own thoughts. And then I prayed over it because I wanted to get away from what I was already dealing with. And I wanted to see if we can do a collaboration with a show that's been doing it going on 9 years. So when I do anything of my own, it didn't last long.
Right.
But he brought me to it, and it lasted at least 2 years, so I put effort in. But what I got with you and with the ideas, what we wanted to do, we look at 9, okay? 9 and 2 is 2 different numbers, and if anybody ever started anything, you will realize success comes from consistent. And we stay consistent in our thoughts and our beliefs throughout time. And that's how you outweigh everybody.
And let me tell you what happened in the midst of Jay and I coming together. We came together and we utilized each other's gifts and talents and resources in an effort to help people. And our sole purpose, every single show, we have over 400 shows.
Yes.
Our sole purpose in every show was to help somebody. And regardless of the outcome of the show, every show created so much joy in my spirit. It didn't matter whether we succeeded or failed. We put effort in to make something that would be beneficial to someone else. We were living for the last 10 years together in purpose. That will create so much joy in my heart. I can look back. If the Lord allows me to live another 20, 30, 40 years, I'll look back at these 10 years that he and I have been together, and I'll say, look what we did.
Smiling and laughing.
Look what we did.
Along the way.
We got more video footage than the average movie star in Hollywood. I promise you, we've been working that hard.
Yes.
Our work effort can produce joy. It produces strength in our spirit that we have the ability to go forward and do even greater things. Right? Now, there are some of you, and I think we need to begin to close here. There are some of you who are unhappy because of your finances.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
And I'm just going to say simply that the money that you have will duplicate itself if you can find joy inside your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
But as you operate in misery and struggle and pain, that somehow your money operates in decreasing and operates in lowness and lack and limitation. There's something about the joy and the spirit of a joyful man that equals his prosperity and abundance in the world.
Come on.
I'm telling you that your money situation is tied to how you feel about yourself and your life. If you feel like you're going down and like you're going nowhere and like you have nothing to give and like you're not accomplishing anything, your money is going to look exactly like that. Your money will equate to how you feel inside of your spirit. When you feel joy, your money multiplies. When you feel happiness, your money adds up and it continues to increase. I can't explain that, but I can tell you I've seen it over and over and over. My days of despair always accompanied being broke. But my days of happiness always accompanied options and prosperity and abundance.
Man,
I need you to figure that out for yourself. Your spirit is tied to your finances, and it's a one-to-one relationship. You elevate your spirit in joy today, you will elevate your spirit in money tomorrow. And I'll tell you, they will continue to thrive together as long as you are living on this earth. Because no money wants to come to a down person. No opportunity will come to a down person. No advancement will come to a down person. Your spirit sets the tone for all of the rest of your life. It sets the tones for your relationships. It sets the tone for your finances. It sets the tone for your health. Do you believe that your health is tied to your happiness?
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We see people who are sick, and we know they're not sick because of the pain or the disease. They're sick because they have a troubled mind.
Mm-hmm.
They're sick because they haven't smiled in years. They're sick because they have a worrisome mind. They're making themselves sick because of that worrisome mind.
Yes.
And so when you see people who have beautiful skin, think about this, Jay. When you see anybody who has beautiful skin, it is a direct reflection of having a beautiful thought and a beautiful spirit. Now, we know some people who got beautiful skins who don't have beautiful spirits, but they totally believe in themselves. And that belief, that strong belief measured outwardly on their skin as beauty. I believe I'm beautiful on the inside. You can see the beautiful pouring out of them on the outside.
Now, for jokes and giggles, some of y'all that got this rainbow hairstyle and some of the umbrellas, we got to talk about some folks. Some of y'all are looking like damn clowns, and your girlfriends are responsible because they let y'all ass walk out like that. Listen, God didn't ask you to do that. You thought that would bring you some attention. That's real hard on my eye. Okay,
Right.
I wear glasses because of that shit.
Right.
Don't do that.
Don't do
Stop
that.
Stop it.
But listen, if it brings you joy,
Yeah.
then it doesn't matter what nobody
It
else
sure
thinks.
don't.
Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't
You'll
matter
go to
what
a
anybody
circus.
else thinks.
Help everybody else laugh at you.
Let's close. Let's close this show out with a few mental equivalents, shall we, Jay?
I think we should.
Okay. These are in the book. This
Okay.
book is chapter 12 called Experiencing Happiness.
Mhm.
Right? I'm even talking about happiness in this book. Activate your mind. Chapter 12, Experiencing Happiness. Some of the mental equivalents. Here's how I'm going to speak over my own emotions and my own feelings on the inside. I declare that there's a joyful, glowing contentment inside of me. I declare blissful satisfaction in my spirit.
Ooh, blissful.
I declare a state of well-being that pours happiness out of me.
Yes.
I declare radiant joy in my life.
Yes.
I declare cheerful bliss. I declare an inner satisfaction. No matter what the world looks like around me now, I declare inside of my spirit, there is an inner satisfaction that produces happiness.
Yes.
I declare feeling blessed and feeling good,
Oh, yes.
feeling harmony.
Say it.
I declare that there are warm and fuzzy emotions in my spirit.
Ooh, can you feel it? Can you feel it?
Coming from right here in my heart space. I feel spiritually comfortable.
Yes.
I declare spiritual comfort over my mind. I declare spiritual comfort over my heart. I declare spiritual comfort over my finances. I declare spiritual comfort over my relationships. I declare spiritual comfort in my life.
Okay.
And today, no matter what the reality looks like, I have a grateful heart. I'm grateful for my mother. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful for my transportation. I'm grateful for my job. I'm grateful for my memories. I'm grateful for my past. I'm grateful for my wisdom and understanding. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for my head. I'm grateful for my shoulders. I'm grateful for my heart. I'm grateful for everything there is to be grateful for. I thank God for who I am and what I am, and I thank God for life right now. I could have been gone a long time ago, but I'm still here. I'm still breathing. I'm still alive. I'm still fighting. I'm still full of life. And I know that tomorrow's going to be better than my yesterdays. And I know that the best is yet to come. Do you hear how I'm filling my own cup? I'm filling up my own cup with these words. The word will become the flesh because the word was God and the word is God. Speak life over your life, and life will be real. It will be here. It will be present, and it will flow through you like you've never had it flow through you before. I am experiencing happiness right here and right now.
That's the definition.
And with that, we can close out our show.
We got to turn it right side up.
Yeah, turn it right.
We got to turn it right side up.
Hold it up, Jay, because you can't see
we
like
got to hold it right side up because this gave the definition of the show. Again, what y'all don't understand and why we came together is because our thoughts translate into what he wrote, because he found a way to help us get to a better place.
There you go.
Now, if you don't want to believe it, try it.
Yes.
Get it, see if it works. If it don't even work for you, okay?
It will.
And you just in case you say it don't, write me. I'll pay for it.
All right.
You know why?
That's powerful.
Because my whole thing is I'm willing to put my money behind his work because I work with him.
There you go.
And he ain't asked you he did this, okay? Because we're driven by passion.
Absolutely.
And we have a purpose.
Yes.
And I'm willing to put money behind our purpose because God ain't never let me down. So why wouldn't you try something when you try everything everybody else give your ass? I've been on TikTok, I see it selling everything, and y'all went and bought it. We selling something that we lived, and we living it with him. So can you try this?
Right.
And I'm just saying try, because we want better from you, because I don't see it from everyone else. But somebody got to do something, right?
Activate Your Mind is only one tool, but it's a powerful one.
So let's
check it out on Amazon.
Let's
try it. This has been Bar Talk with Jay. My name is Craftmatic. This is my boy Smooth Jay. And we want to thank you for being here with us tonight. We hope you got some good nuggets of wisdom about creating happiness and some opportunities to grow yourself and to be your greatest possibility.
Yes.
We're here every Thursday from 7 to 8 Facebook Live. And please come join the show. Bring your friends and family. Send it to them. Like, share, subscribe. And never forget, the reason that we do this is because we love you and we appreciate you. And with that, we are out.
Ain't no last calls here.
Bar Talk